Have you ever been captivated by the way water transforms the land and sustains life? Across the United States, a vast array of water-based landscapes awaits discovery. From powerful rivers cutting through deep canyons to peaceful lakes mirroring the sky, the variety is breathtaking. Along the coast, the raw strength of the ocean creates dramatic and ever-changing scenes. Did you realize that the Mississippi River gathers water from 31 different states? In this journey, we'll uncover the hidden beauty of America's rivers, lakes, and shores. We won't stick to the usual routes. Instead, we'll follow sparkling streams and peaceful watersides. Each destination has its own story, shaped by time and nature. Prepare to be amazed as we reveal the water wonders that help define the American landscape. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss a single moment of our 4K exploration. Niagara Falls, New York. Niagara Falls roars to life where the Niagara River's mighty current plunges over a 167-foot cliff, splitting into three distinct cascades: American, Bridal Veil, and the massive Horseshoe Falls. Standing at Prospect Point, you'll feel the thunderous vibration of 3,160 tons of water crashing every second, sending up a cool mist that refreshes even on the hottest summer days. The Maid of the Mist boats don bright blue ponchos for good reason. They sail so close to Horseshoe Falls that passengers are drenched in its swirling spray, an exhilarating full sensory experience. Terrapin Point offers a unique vantage where you can witness the curved might of Horseshoe Falls, its green-tinted waters churning violently before disappearing into the gorge below. Niagara Falls State Park, America's oldest state park, weaves trails and overlooks through lush greenery, framing postcard-perfect views without obstructing nature's spectacle. At night, the falls transform under colorful LED spotlights, casting rainbows in the mist while the water's roar echoes through the darkness. Beyond the iconic viewpoints, hidden gems like the Cave of the Winds tour let visitors walk right up to Bridal Veil Falls on wooden walkways, close enough to touch the rushing water. More than just a natural wonder, Niagara has captivated daredevils, honeymooners, and artists for centuries, proof that some forces of nature never lose their power to amaze. Crater Lake, Oregon. Crater Lake's sapphire depths plunge 1,943 feet, making it America's deepest lake, a pristine pool filling the collapsed Mount Mazama caldera that erupted 7,700 years ago. The water's legendary clarity, visibility up to 143 feet, creates mirror-like reflections of the surrounding 2,000-foot cliffs, with colors shifting from cobalt to cerulean, depending on sunlight and depth. Wizard Island's symmetrical cone rises 763 feet above the lake surface, a volcanic afterthought that formed centuries after the cataclysmic eruption that created the basin. Rim Drive's 33-mile loop reveals ever-changing perspectives. From Discovery Point's historic overlook to Cloud Cap's dizzying 7,980-foot vantage, the highest paved road in Oregon. The Cleetwood Cove Trail, the only legal access to the shore, descends 700 feet through pumice slopes to icy swimming spots, where brave visitors can plunge into the 38-degree Fahrenheit waters. Ranger-led boat tours circumnavigate the caldera, passing the Phantom Ship Rock Formation and docking at Wizard Island for hikes to its miniature summit crater. Winter transforms the park when 43 feet of annual snowfall blankets the rim, creating surreal contrast between the lake's unfrozen blue and snow-capped evergreens. More than scenic beauty, Crater Lake offers a masterclass in volcanology, where visitors witness firsthand how fire created this watery masterpiece. Horseshoe Bend, Arizona. Horseshoe Bend's iconic curve reveals the Colorado River's sculpting mastery, where relentless currents carved a perfect 270-degree turn through ancient sandstone over millions of years. From the cliff's sheer edge, visitors confront a dizzying 1,000-foot vertical drop to where jade-green waters silently glide around the Crimson Rock amphitheater below. The 1.5-mile round-trip hike crosses sun-baked slick rock, rewarding hikers with ever-expanding views until the full horseshoe shape suddenly appears at trail's end. At sunrise, the canyon walls ignite in fiery hues, their stratified layers telling a 200-million-year geological story in shades of vermilion and gold. Photographers jostle for position along the unfenced rim, where wide-angle lenses struggle to capture both the river's hairpin turn and its tiny rafters below. This single river bend represents just 0.1% of the Colorado's journey, yet perfectly distills the Southwest's dramatic landscapes into one unforgettable vista. Summer temperatures often exceed 100 degrees Fahrenheit, making early morning visits essential for comfortable exploration of this exposed desert viewpoint. More than a social media hotspot, the site offers humbling perspective, where human presence feels fleeting against geological time's vast canvas. Lake Tahoe, Nevada, and California. Lake Tahoe's crystalline waters hold legendary clarity, with visibility reaching 70 feet deep in this 1,645-foot deep alpine basin carved by ancient glaciers. Summer transforms the shoreline into a liquid playground. Kayakers glide past granite boulders at Emerald Bay, while hikers summit Mount Talek for Eagle's Eye Lake views. When winter snow blankets the Sierra Nevada, 15 ski resorts spring to life, from Olympic-grade slopes at Palisades Tahoe to family-friendly runs at Heavenly. The 72-mile shoreline drive reveals ever-changing vistas, sapphire waters contrasting with sugar pine forests at Sand Harbor, then giving way to marshy eagle habitats at Taylor Creek. Alpine ecosystems thrive here. Ancient junipers cling to rocky outcrops, while black bears forage in aspen groves just miles from casino lights in State Line. At day's end, sunset paints the Carson Range pink, while boaters anchor in secluded coves for twilight swims in the still warm August waters. Beyond postcard views, Tahoe's true magic lies in its dual personality, where backcountry snowshoe trails exist minutes from slopeside champagne bars. This natural masterpiece straddles California and Nevada, offering wilderness solitude and urban luxuries within the same breathtaking watershed. Lake Powell, Arizona, Utah. Lake Powell's serpentine waterways carve through Glen Canyon's sandstone labyrinth, creating 2,000 miles of shoreline where towering cliffs plunge into cobalt blue waters. The Glen Canyon Dam's concrete arch holds back 26 million acre-feet of Colorado River water, transforming a desert canyon into North America's most dramatic reservoir. Houseboating through side canyons reveals hidden wonders. Narrow slots like Antelope Canyon glow amber when sunlight bounces off undulating sandstone walls onto the water below. Rainbow Bridge's 290-foot span stands as sacred ground to Navajo and Pueblo peoples. Its massive sandstone curve best reached by boat, followed by a mile-long canyon hike. The Escalante Arm's maze-like tributaries invite kayakers to paddle past ancestral Puebloan ruins and dinosaur tracks preserved in the rock. At sunset, the lake's surface mirrors the cliffs in perfect reflection, while bats emerge from canyon crevices to skim insects off the water. Height Crossing's overlook showcases the lake's stark transition from the Colorado River's original channel to the flooded canyons that now form liquid highways. More than a recreation hub, this reservoir tells a complex story of water management in the arid West, where natural beauty coexists with human engineering. Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Cape Cod's hooked peninsula extends 65 miles into the Atlantic, its glacial origins evident in kettle ponds and moraines that shape this ever-shifting coastline. The Outer Cape's wild edge at the national seashore features 40 miles of dunes where piping plovers nest, and beach grass dances in constant ocean winds. Provincetown's colorful charm blends Portuguese fishing heritage with vibrant arts. Narrow streets lead past galleries, whale-watching docks, and the 252-foot Pilgrim Monument. The Cape Cod Rail Trail's 27 miles follow an old railroad bed through cranberry bogs and pine barrens, crossing historic stone bridges from Chatham to Wellfleet. Wood and Light stands sentinel where Cape Cod Bay meets the Atlantic. Its 1872 brick tower, accessible only at low tide via a treacherous sandbar walk. Local seafood traditions thrive, from Wellfleet's oyster farms to Chatham's fish pier auctions, where dayboat catches land before sunrise. Nor'easters constantly reshape this fragile land. The 2023 winter storms moved 300,000 cubic yards of sand at Nauset Beach in mere weeks. More than summer cottages, the Cape reveals deep maritime roots. Whaling captains' homes in Sandwich, saltworks ruins in Eastham, and Wampanoag shell middens dating back millennia. Big Sur coastline, California. Big Sur's coastal drama unfolds along 90 miles of undeveloped shoreline where the Santa Lucia Range plunges into the Pacific, creating North America's steepest coastal drop at Cone Peak's 5,155-foot summit. Highway 1's engineering marvels like Bixby Bridge, 1932, cling to sheer cliffs. Its 260-foot concrete arch spanning a canyon where morning fog pools like liquid silver. Pfeiffer Beach's violet sands, colored by manganese garnet, contrast with Keyhole Rock's sea-carved portal, where December sunsets align perfectly through the opening. The rugged terrain shelters rare California condors, their 9.5-foot wingspans casting shadows over Partington Cove's hidden tide pools filled with emerald anemones. McWay Falls' 80-foot cascade tumbles directly into a turquoise cove, accessible via the Overlook Trail through fragrant coastal sage scrub. Ventana Wilderness trails lead hikers through sudden microclimates, from fog-drenched redwood canyons to sun-baked ridges, dotted with fire-resistant knobcone pines. Winter transforms the coast when migrating gray whales pass close to shore, and bioluminescent algae lights up crashing waves with neon blue streaks. More than scenic beauty, this coastline represents a conservation victory, where activists halted highway expansion in the 1960s to preserve its wild character. Florida Keys, Florida. The Florida Keys archipelago stretches 120 miles into the Gulf of Mexico. Its 1,700 islands built atop ancient coral reefs, now laced with the engineering marvel of the overseas highway's 42 bridges. Seven-Mile Bridge's asphalt ribbon skims turquoise shallows, where stingrays glide, connecting Marathon Key to the Lower Keys' secluded mangrove islets. John Pennekamp Coral Reef State Park protects North America's only living coral barrier reef, where snorkelers float above elkhorn forests and schools of midnight parrotfish. Key West's Sunset Celebration draws crowds to Mallory Square each evening, where street performers entertain as the sun dips below historic Fort Zachary Taylor's 19th century walls. The Keys' unique ecology thrives. Mangrove roots shelter juvenile tarpon, while rare great white herons nest in the National Key Deer Refuge's Buttonwood Forest. Dry Tortugas National Park, 70 miles west, guards Civil War era Fort Jefferson amid waters so clear the brickwork reflects perfectly in still mornings. Conch Republic culture endures, from key lime pie made with tiny yellow flesh fruit to waterfront bars, where locals debate the best stone crab season in living memory. More than beach resorts, this chain represents a fragile ecosystem where coral restoration projects fight warming seas, and derelict lobster traps become artificial reefs. Shoshone Falls, Idaho. Shoshone Falls' thundering cascade drops 212 feet over ancient basalt cliffs, surpassing Niagara's height as the Snake River carves through southern Idaho's volcanic plateau. Spring snowmelt transforms the falls into a roaring curtain spanning 900 feet, sending mist plumes high above the canyon where rainbows dance in the spray. The park's overlooks frame dramatic perspectives. From the main viewpoint's head-on panorama to the canyon rim trail's aerial view of the river's abrupt descent. Beneath the falls, swirling pools reveal the river's power, the same forces that carved the Snake River Canyon over millennia of relentless erosion. Summer irrigation diversions sometimes reduce the flow, but autumn visits reward with golden cottonwoods framing the persistent central cascade. Peregrine falcons nest in the cliff faces, their aerial dives contrasting with the slow drift of turkey vultures riding thermal currents above the canyon. The fall's geologic story unfolds in the basalt's distinct columns, layered remnants of prehistoric lava flows now exposed by the river's cutting action. More than a scenic stop, this landmark represents Western water management, where hydroelectric needs balance with preserving a natural wonder's grandeur. Malibu, California. Malibu's 21-mile coastline traces the Pacific's edge, where the Santa Monica Mountains plunge into the sea, creating sheltered coves and world-class surf breaks like First Point at Surfrider Beach. The Pacific Coast Highway winds past billionaire estates and public beaches, revealing sudden vistas where bottlenose dolphins breach beyond the surf line. Zuma's wide sandy expanse contrasts with El Matador's sea caves. Each pocket beach along this coast has its own personality shaped by unique wave patterns. The Santa Monica Mountains rise abruptly behind the shore, their chaparral-covered slopes hiding waterfalls like Escondido Canyon's 150-foot drop during wet winters. At the Getty Villa, visitors wander exact replicas of ancient Roman villas surrounded by herb gardens, all overlooking the cobalt expanse of the Pacific. Malibu Lagoon's wetlands attract migrating shorebirds, while surfers patiently wait for swells generated by distant Aleutian storms. Local seafood shines at family-run spots like the Real Inn, where mahi-mahi tacos come with views of vintage woodies parked along PCH. More than a celebrity enclave, this is where coastal sage scrub meets surf culture, where beach volleyball games continue sunset lit, and mountain lions still roam the canyons after dark. Mendenhall Glacier, Alaska. Mendenhall Glacier's icy tongue extends 13 miles from the Juneau icefield, terminating in a 1.5-mile wide face that calves into the turquoise waters of its namesake lake. The glacier's retreat tells a climate story. Since the 1950s, it has withdrawn nearly 2 miles, leaving behind new forests and revealing ancient tree stumps long buried under ice. Nugget Fall's thunderous cascade provides a dramatic counterpoint to the glacier's silent movement. Its mist-cooling hikers on the accessible 1.5-mile out and back trail. Kayakers paddle among icebergs in the lake's frigid waters, where submerged ice glows an unearthly blue and occasionally rolls with a startling splash. The visitor center's telescopes track mountain goats on nearby cliffs, while rangers explain how the glacier's meltwater feeds Juneau's drinking supply. Steep trails like West Glacier Road reward adventurous hikers with crevassed overlooks and the chance to explore ice caves when stable. Black bears frequent the area in summer, turning over rocks along Steep Creek to snack on spawning salmon beneath the glacier's watchful face. More than a scenic wonder, this glacier serves as a living laboratory where scientists measure ice loss in Olympic swimming pools worth of meltwater daily.